Great. In fact, last Friday itself is a testimony that I went all the way down to KLA to just pick one of my friends up from airport. Okay, so on the way down, this guy was just sitting beside me. I took a bus down to KLA and about KL Central. This guy was just sitting right beside me. And I thought he's just trying to be funny with me. Because his head was he pretended to doze off. Because we were trying to put his head on my shoulder. I said, that's very nice. A guy putting his head on my shoulder, and my wife is not around. It's interesting. So while he put his head on my shoulder, and suddenly he getting closer to me. And after that, later on, he put his hand on my lap. I said, whoa, that is interesting. I said, that is very interesting. And he pretended to sleep. Okay. So I said, excuse me, sir, can you please move aside? And the whole bus is full. I said, I cannot go to any other seat. And there's one seat that the air stewardess, Air Asia air stewardess, there's an empty seat that her bag is there. Right? Her bag is there. So I said, if I stand up, I go to her seat, she think that I'm trying to be cheeky with her. So I can't do that. And if I'm not, this guy will try to be cheeky with me. So either one. So instead of that, okay. So and the bus just moved about. I took a bus from Central, and the bus not even out of Central. Before the bus moved, he fall asleep and he do all kinds of things with me. So instead of that, I said, keep on waking him up. I said, sir, can you please wake up? Can you don't do this? And then he keep on, then a few minutes later, he can do back the same thing again. So instead of that, I said, God, let's say, Holy Spirit give you wisdom to do something. But getting and come to me is crazy. So I look at him, sir, when you wake up, I got something to tell you. I say, yeah, what do you want to tell me? I say, do you know that Jesus loves you? Oh, is it? Do you love me? But in fact, after the conversation, because I spent about do you know that I talk all the way and start talking? When I start talking, I cannot stop. All the way to KLA and until my wife WhatsApp me, and I had to realize, excuse me, my wife was talking to my wife, and I'm not hiding something behind her. But anyway, this guy after all the way down, it's quite a big, macho, muscular guy. Okay? Right after that, after talking to him and everything, when he reached KLA he go down and he followed me. In fact, he just followed me. He said, excuse me, why you come all the way to KLA for what? Oh, I'm working here. Oh, what do you work? What are you doing in KLA? What do you work? What the shop or anything? But he still told me, oh, I'm an air steward. So I said, which company? Air Asia. So next time I'm not going to take Air Asia. so he was not in his uniform. Actually, this guy is just imagine, I'm big. I'm considered big. I'm taking the same bus with him, sitting in the same row with him. And he's tall, he's not fat like me, okay? I'm fat, but he's big. Big means muscular like Song Tu. No, it's like he's muscular and he's built so thing. I asked him a question, why are you doing all this thing earlier? Trying to put your hand on the. He said, no. I say, I'm actually, your life, you'll be looking at air stewardess all your life. Why guys can be like that? But instead of that, you say this to me. I don't know it's a compliment or insult. I like average guys. I say thank you very much. Average guys, I say, man, am I average? Or I might be below average, But the thing is, at the end of the day, but we managed to share with him, and he he stay around KL and he say, oh, you are a pastor, so sorry to you get involved, so sorry that I do all these things towards you. So I say, it's okay, but don't do it again. So, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, there are all kinds of people today in this world. There are fierce people, there are those crazy people around, and also at the same time, there's all kind of people. Weird people. But the thing is, at the end of the day, where we are, wherever we are, whatever we do, we need the Spirit of God to help us to be wise. We cannot be I can do this, I can slap the fellow's face, I can do this, I can scold at him. But at the end of the day, if I do that to him, and one day he walk into the church, I'm in trouble. So at the end of the day, we really, whatever we do, either you're a youth or adults or anything, whatever we do, we need to choose to be wise. Not foolishly do something. Whatever we choose to do, there's consequences following after that. That's the reason why this is my intro. So my message today, okay, is today I want to title Making a Wise Choice. A wise choice. Whatever we do today, whatever we choose to do, there's the consequences. Even when we are young, just look back of our life. If we ever, you got a choice of entering, you got a choice. Last time my grandma was telling me this question. Okay, they say when the Chinese, they don't like a Chinese boy and become a policeman or involved in army, going to get into the army. They say this. And when I was young, I was just involved in all those nonsense things. But the only thing I want to do, I tell my grandma, I want to become a policeman. Then my grandma said, you become a policeman? But you are doing all the wrong things. I said, no, that's the reason why I want to become a policeman. I'm doing all kinds of wrong things. If I become a policeman, nobody will catch me. Smart, isn't it? Correct? You will not be able to be caught by any of the authorities or anything because I'm an authority, because I am a policeman. Then my grandma said, never become a policeman. I said, why? Because Chinese have this word said, Ho Jai Lu Dong Chai. Understand or not? If you are a good boy, you go involved in all those, become a policeman. Okay, that is the only thing I say. Why? If ever I become involved, I joined the police force today. Last time, I decided to apply and I joined the police force and I become a policeman. I can assure you one thing, I will never be here today. I will never be a pastor. And in fact, I will never be a Christian. If I choose my path those days, if I will choose to become a policeman, I will never be here. No way I will be here. I can tell you also, I might be gone. Maybe I was six feet under the ground already. I got either two things. Either people shoot me down. A few things, no, two things. Either people shoot me down, or I overdosed drugs, or I was in prison. Because when I was young at the time, the only thing I know is I want to get high. I want to tell Superman. When you take I don't know, brothers will believe me when I say the moment you do is sniff some of the marijuana, the heroin into your nose and go straight to your brain, you want to become Superman, you are Superman. Correct now, brothers? Those are possible. You want to become whatever you want to become, you are. You want to become those days you want to become you think that you are most good looking man in the world. You are, if you take those things. You can never. But whatever choice we make, there's consequences. And even the same thing, but the first time I was looking at my friend said, try once. Try. Very nice. Since your father, you don't have a father, since you are so stressful at home, since you have so many problems at home, and you have problem this, that, and you're going to study, why don't you try one of these? It make you good. Make you special. That particular day, I remember that one sip, one sniff, that's it. I'm stuck. What? Only one time the choice I made, I'm stuck. After that, the next day, can I have it again? The following day, can I have it again? And every day I want it. Without it, I cannot live. Because of one choice I make. One decision I make. I was suffering. At one point in time, I was just shivering without it. Because until the stage that I always tell people, don't look at me right now. I'm a runner. I'm a state runner. I'm a school runner also. I tell people I'm a two type of runners. Okay, I'm a school runner. I represent the school, and also I'm running away from the school. I'm a two type of runner. Okay, I'm a so good runner until the prefect can never chase after me. The moment the prefect called me, Simon, boom, he can shoot somewhere already. I disappear. I run so fast, I jump so fast until nobody can chase after me. No prefect, no teachers can chase after me. That's why the discipline master, instead of disciplining me, he said, why don't you join the athlete, become an athlete? You can jump and run so fast. So that's why I'm a school runner, and I run away from school and also representing the school. So I'm a two type of runners. Okay, this until the stage I'm so desperate for the dose, and I don't come from a very rich family. In fact, my family, until the stage I tell my children, do you know last time your daddy eat what? Your daddy eat what? Your daddy only eat plain rice. We don't have any dish on the table. We eat rice and plain water. And one day, I always tell my parents, tell my children, they say, daddy, one time your great grandmother, what happened? One day he go to the rice. He took out only got 1 cup of rice. Just look at us. There's 5 of us. My grandma, my mom, and two older brothers and I. 5 of us. He said, and only 1 cup of rice. What do you need to do? No veggie, nothing, no money to buy anything. So my grandma decided to make porridge for the day. But then for the day. Not for 1 meal, but for the whole day. So in other words, I don't come from a very rich family. I don't come from a rich family. I don't have money at home. So what I do is, because of the one choice I make, I'm so addicted to it. Until then, I got all the sponsor, everything, or with all the Nike shoe, all the shoe. I have to take one by one my shoe and just sell to people, cheap sale. It's not for my family to eat, but for me to get high. Every month I got 1 pair of shoes, and then the sponsor asked me, why every month you take 2 pairs of shoes? We only give you 1 pair. Oh, my one koyak already, spoiled. Nike shoe can spoil after 2 times training. I said, yeah, no good quality. Bad quality. All my Nike shoe, my Nike shoe, all my track bottom, track suit, everything. Every month I have to take, and I don't have anyone at home because every month I take a salary for the sake of the day. Because of my one choice I made. One choice I made. One decision I made. Just take the one path. That's it. That goes my life. That's the choice we need to make the right choice. Today, the choice we can make, in fact, whatever choice we make today, it can be eternal. Consequences. For every action, there is a reaction. And every choice, there is consequences. What you make 10 years ago, good choice or bad choice, you may be facing the consequences today. Whatever we do the last time, you might face it. In fact, I like to use example as a food. Whatever garbage we eat those days, we have to face it today. Consequences. I got a friend who loves to eat char kway teow. Not you. I got a friend who loves to eat char kway teow. They say he loves to eat char kway teow, laksa, everything. Until the stage that one day he was walking into church, was limping and limping. I said, what happened to you? Well, he can't even walk properly. So what happened? I said, because yesterday night I eat char kway teow. Oh, char kway teow make you like that? Yes, every time I eat char kway teow, I have the bowel attack on my foot. You can't even walk properly. So let's stop eating. No, I love to eat. Your consequences, whatever you choose, whatever you put in, you have to face up. You have to go through the consequences. Think about it and see each one of us today. Think, whatever we do last time, does it affect us today? And whatever we're going to choose, are we going to affect us in the future? In fact, we long to be free from obligation. Our choices have no consequences. Is there any choice that you make, there's no consequences, it will happen? Or the place does not exist at all? Even whenever you choose to work or study, whatever we do, there's consequences in front of us. Deborah go into the work. Wow, he said, I want to learn Mandarin and then work. With your father. No. So, the moment he allowed God, you see, the moment she chose to place, instead of that, she got income and also got free tuition. But both things together. So, from tomorrow onwards, I'll talk to Deborah in Mandarin. If I can. So, alright. That is in Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 19, it says, I call the heaven and earth as witness today against you, that I will have set before your life and death, blessing and cursing, therefore choose life, that both you and your descendant may live. In Joshua chapter 24, verse 15, it says, the later part, it still says, choose for yourself these days whom you will serve. Choose for yourself these days whom you will serve. I started with all the studying or talking about the consequences of certain things that you choose. There's the consequences before us. Even there, in the Bible itself, in the Old Testament and the New Testament itself, there are the people choose. What they choose, the choice, make them happen. Lord, make the choice as to where to live. As a result, the experience in Genesis chapter 14 itself, the war and kidnapping happened. The oppression and turmoil was by the ungodly citizen in Sodom, and loss of possession, death of his wife and incest with his daughter. Even David, King David, what he chose? He chose to commit adultery with Bathsheba. And the consequences he suffered. The choice of David made open painful dawn, the death of his infant son. A daughter molested by her half brother. All in 2 Samuel chapter 13. The son killed by the brother in 2 Samuel verse 13. So many things happen. What he chose, even King David chose. There's consequences happen. Even Noah chose to build an ark. When God asked Noah to build an ark, he decided to follow and obey. And what happened after that? After that is the flood came in. And eight people, and the result of the salvation and safety of the eight people, and because of Noah didn't quit, but held on to word and the vision of God. He obeyed. He chose to obey and to follow God's command. And consequences is animal was saved. The eight of the family members was saved. Think about it. What you choose today, the consequences in future. What's your choice today? What are you going to choose today? Are you going to choose? Choice which is greatly affect your life. What is the choice today to choose? You and what the thing that you choose today is going to affect your life eternally. Affect our life. My question to you. Many years ago, 2 weeks before my Form 5, 2 weeks before my SPM exam, I tell you, I'm a very clever boy. I don't study. I'm a very smart guy. I don't study, but I got my SPM trial exam. Okay, who want to follow me? I teach you the secret of doing study. I got those days. Ask Brother Derek. His age and my age is not. Our gap is not too far. So we are very young. Amen, brother. Those days to get all A's is most difficult thing to do. Correct? But God will say, yeah. You are my generation. Go to those days, to get all A's is the most difficult thing to do in your entire life. SPM. Okay. During my trial exam, I got all A's. Not all A's. I think each subject, but I got 7 A's. 7 A's. I'm a clever guy in a different way. But when after 2 weeks before my SPM exam, I have to sit. You'll be confused. I don't study and I got my trial exam, I got 7 A's. Okay, I got 7 A's. My teacher, I told my teacher, teacher, can I apply for university? He said, why? I got 7 A's for my trial exam. See, my 7 A's is so good until that I think I can apply for U or college. I may get scholarship. Then my teacher said, what? Simon, you got 7 A's? Yes, I got 7 A's. Teacher, you mark my paper, you don't even know I got 7 A's. He said, yes. I said, no, I don't know. I show my paper to her. See, 7A. BM A, Maths A, Science A, Art A. See, what you mean? This is not the good A. You're not A1 or A2. I said, yeah, I don't have A1, A2, but I got A. Absent. I got absent. I don't even bother to attend my SPM trial exam. Those guys don't mind my training. Absent, man. And the thing is, at the end of the day, in 2 weeks before my trial exam, 2 weeks before my real SPM exam, something happened to me. Something happened to me when they say that they will happen to me is miracle happened to my life. Real God really show, really be faithful to me. I got involved in a fight. All the cut the story short. before I enter into the police truck. A lot of people say never enter the police truck. Because the moment you enter a police truck, before they can say anything to you, they will whack you up first. They will beat you up first. Correct, brother? Yeah. I'm not joking. The moment you enter the police truck, before they ask any question, the police leg will come and kick you, punch you, and whatever they do towards you. That's the most fearful thing. The moment before I enter, I say, when my mother keep on telling me when you're in trouble, and my brother keep on telling me when you're in trouble, turn to God, ask God to help you. The only thing I say, God, is there a God up there? You better come help me right now. And it's true enough. Before I enter into the police truck, the police say, go back and study. Go back and study. But how can I do that? Because my hand is full of blood, holding a stick. It's miracle. It's like God is guided those policemen. And the police says, go back and study. At the moment I throw down the stick, I run all the way back home. I say this to God. Is there a true God? I want you. After my brother shared to me and all sorts of things happened, I give my life to God. That is mine. I try to count the years. About 26 years ago. Okay. 26 years ago. 26 years ago, I made a decision to follow God. 27 years ago, I decided to say, come into my life. And because of that, my choice, I choose Jesus. Because I choose Jesus, and because of that, all my bad habits, all my things, I really let go, just like that. God healing upon my healing, instant healing upon my life. He removed my addiction. The addiction is in terms of alcohol and even drugs addiction. God healed me. God touched my life. When you choose Jesus, will you follow Jesus? I'm closing this. Will you follow Jesus? Will you come to become his disciple? The question asked me. Do you believe that God can touch you? Do you believe that Jesus can heal you? Do you believe God wants to do a work in your life? You may not understand what I'm talking about. I chose God 20 over years ago. Because of him, because of the choice I made those days, God changed my life. God changed everything. What our choice today is going to affect our future. What we're going to choose today is going to affect us. We're going to face the consequences in the future. You want our life to be continue on. Like that, never mind. Never mind, the world come down. It's okay now. Or you want your life, say, God, I want to have a purpose in life. I want to choose you, I want to do your will. I want to choose you wisely. I want to choose you in the right way. I'm not talking to non-Christian, but I'm also talking about ourselves as a Christian itself. Our walk with God. Where are we choosing? Are we choosing God? Last week I talked about the will of God. This week I want to talk about our choice. Our choice. The last few days I was talking to my friend. He was saying, we're going to talk a lot. Next week we'll be preaching here. But next I'll be talking to him. I was asking him a question. Come on, doc. She's a doctor. I say, doctor, come on. I can't understand you and your wife. I really can't understand you and your wife. I say, why? Both of you quite very friendly, very aggressive, And both of them, doctor and one of the top students, graduated top student in the university, medical doctor, smart fella, full of potential. I don't understand. I told him, I don't understand. What are you doing? Why you want to be? I got a call to mission, but I'm a marketing guy. I sell things only, like Jackie. I only depend on my mouth to get my way all the way. But you, doctor, qualified doctors, husband and wife. Why? Why want to give up everything and just go and do your God's work? Your future is bright. You can earn a lot of money. And why? I choose. God gave us, God spoke to me. I choose to follow Him. And today, he's a missionary, pastor, doctor. God never failed him. God provides. God take care of everything. Same thing. Why I want to become a pastor? Why I want to give up? My mother said this one thing about me. If I don't become a pastor, I might become a very rich man. You know why? Because I sell everything. Even I can sell a fridge in Eskimo. To Eskimo. My mom said, even you go to Eskimo, you can sell, you can become a fridge salesman. Say, Eskimo fridge? Why they need fridge? Yeah, they still buy from you. You can take a packet of standards and you walk into a monastery, you still can sell everything to them. You see, I'm that type of person. I can sell things. Why I do that? Why my choice to follow after Him? You know that I never regretted. You know that I never look back and say, Aiya. No. That's a choice I made. The best choice ever I made is to follow Him. That's the best choice. What's your choice today? What are you choosing today? Whatever you choose will affect you. One decision will affect your life more than any others. It will determine your place in eternity. It will have bearing on every other decision you make. The moment you choose, allow God to take control of everything. But choose God first. Everything will be followed. Everything will be smooth. Why I say that? Because I'm standing here. Your path will not be smooth. The moment you allow God to take care of it, the moment you say, I choose God, you take care of all my consequences, situation. He will open, He will guide you, He will lead you to the best time right now. I just want to ask the worship leader to come on and to lead us in the song. I want to believe that God will do a work in our life today. Whatever you choose to do, whatever commitment you will make today, God will do a work in your life. 20 over years ago, I chose to follow Jesus. One regret I made after that. All the 20 over years ago. One regret. One thing I made. But the only regret I made is that why I waste my 17 years of my life? Why I waste my 17 years of my life without knowing God? I should know God earlier. I should choose Him much more earlier. That's the only thing I regret. But today, been 20 over plus years, just a Christian, as a follower of Jesus, I never regretted. In fact, my love for God is every day, in fact, every day, I want to be more in love with Him. Every day, I want to be more closer to God. That's my desire. I want to put God, in fact, I want to put God putting God into my family, my ministry, even my relationship with my wife. Everything is God in the center of everything. That's the choice I made. That's the choice I made. And because of that, you can see God's faithfulness in my own life. It will not be the same again. This is the first month of 2015. That's the reason why I always want to put in these things to you. Last week I said God's will. What is God's will in your life? And today, what is your choice? What are you choosing today? Praise you. Shall we just spend this time worshiping the Lord?